Good morning and welcome. Welcome to CSL Greater Boston. My name is Gina and I am here to bring together this beautiful community in and as the love that we are. So thank you for being here with us this morning. Thank you for choosing to be right here, right now, present in the presence for today's topic, which is Body Beautiful in all the forms that is. We have had a wonderful month of paying attention, and I appreciate that so much. It has been wonderful for me to be paying attention to this divine vessel that I've been given. So today we are going to use the science of mind, which is it's philosophy and science and religion all mixed into one. And we are going to practice and be in this place of knowing truth, where we come together to be the change we wish to see in the world. So, again, I am Gina. I'm the spiritual director here. And I am so grateful that you are taking this time with us today. So, our first song that we are going to have is Just What You Are, Sacred Love. So knowing that you are sacred love. Okay, honey.
You are sacred love, sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love, God, sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love, sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love, God, sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love, sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love, God, sacred love is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place, such a holy place. You are blessed peace, blessed peace is all that you are. You are blessed peace, God, blessed peace is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place, such a holy place. You are deepest joy, deepest joy is all that you are. You are deepest joy, God, the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Such a holy place. You are sacred love.
Our sacred love. Knowing that right here, right now, we are in this place of oneness. And I'm so grateful to bring Karen in to have our invocation and really celebrate that. Good morning, Karen.
Morning, Gina and everyone. Let's take a deep breath and just celebrate the morning. Celebrate the cool air and the clouds and the needed rainfall we got last night, and all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day to each and every one of you, whether here or heavenly. And we take that deep breath and we breathe in that sacred love. We breathe in, Spirit, God, show us the way. We are surrounded by that love. We are surrounded by all that is good. As there are technical funnies going on this morning, we just know that it's perfect and complete. We know that service is perfect and complete. We know all of you out there are perfect, whole, and complete. Body, mind, and spirit, as Gina will brilliantly talk about this morning. We are blessed. Everything happens for a reason, in perfect time, in perfect order. And we just know this. We must know this. And so we take that deep breath again, knowing that all is well. And we say, and so it is.
And so it is. And next, we have our spiritual reading. And the person that we're blessed by today, I am very happy. It is actually the person that's usually behind the scenes all the time. You know, Chris is someone that does so much for us, and it is wonderful to hear his voice. Good morning, Chris.
All right, good morning, everybody. Everything all set. Today's reading is an excerpt from 365 Days of Richer Living. And the title is, I know that sickness is unnecessary to God's creation. I accept myself as a healthy, whole person, endowed with divine life and the wisdom to maintain it in freedom of action. I am unconvinced by all the reports of disease and their many classifications. I condemn no one who believes them or experiences them, but I am certain that God is unaware of illness. I have faith that the intelligence which created my body will maintain it in perfect action if I will cooperate. In me, the spirit of wholeness abides and remains untouched by the errors of the body. The Christ in me is never ill and never depleted. God in me is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And so it is.
And so it is.
I love that. God in me is the same today, yesterday, and tomorrow. It's the same spirit always. And isn't that perfect to remember? That any changes is, in my mind, not spirit itself. So grateful for that. And we have a beautiful song before we begin, and it is Father's Day, and we are going to talk about the divine masculine today. In addition to saying thank you to all of those wonderful, all of the dads that were there in every way, We say thank you, whether they're here with us and we get to hug them, or we are thanking them from all the hugs in the past. And before we get there, we're going to talk about today, our theme this month is the body, is that body divine. And we're going to talk about today that expansion. Where does that go to? Where does that go? How much more of it is there? What does that look like in our life? How does that open up in the world? But before we do, we're going to play a song that I love, and it's by a children's choir that, makes it public kids, that makes it even better because, hearing things from a child's mouth reminds us how innocent and precious not only life is, but that was us one day, that we too were those children. So as they sing this beautiful song, Man in the Mirror, really listen to the words. I encourage you to really look at ourselves in this moment and say, okay, is there a change that I need to make? Am I where I choose to be? Am I living my highest and best?
Ooh, I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. Gonna feel real good, gonna make a difference, gonna make it right.
As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind.
I see the kids in the street without enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their need?
The summer's disregard, a broken bottle top, and a one-man soul.
They follow each other on the wind, cause they got nowhere to go.
That's why I want you to know I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
I'm asking him to change his ways,
And no message could have been any clearer.
if you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change.
I've been a victim of a selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize.
Oh, there's some with no home, not a nickel to loan. Could it be really me pretending that they're not alone?
A widow deeply scarred,
Somebody's broken heart in a washed out dream. They follow the pattern of the wind, you see.
Cause they got no place to
yourself, then make that change. And then in the mirror, asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. You gotta get it right while you got the time, cause if you close your heart, then you close your mind. Just make a change. Na 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 na. I'm gonna make a change. Gonna feel real good for once in my life.
Gonna make that change.
Oh, make that change. Make that change. Make that change. Make that change. Make that change.
So yes, let's make that change wherever it is in our life that we are choosing to be. You know, what is that highest version of us? Isn't that what we're always striving for? When you think about life and what it looks like on the outside, sometimes we can get caught up. And, you know, I love our teachings because they keep it simple. In our Declaration of Principles, Ernest Holmes wrote, "We believe that heaven is within us and that we are experience it to the degree that we become conscious of it. We believe the ultimate goal of life is to be complete freedom from all discord of any nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all." So what does that mean? That we are free to choose how we feel. And, you know, we were talking a little bit before we got started, and there are people that in life are embracing that and living their life wherever you are. And then there are people that choose, whether it's consciously or not, to be stuck or feel like the best of their life is over. The best of my life is the rest of my life. That's the one affirmation that I always hold true to, because I have no idea the good that Spirit's got waiting for me. So I am in that place of knowing and trusting and living in joyful expectancy because God's got a plan for me. And I don't know what that is, and I don't know what that looks like. And it's been an adventure so far. So I take it a day at a time and I do the next right thing. And sometimes it looks like I want it to, and sometimes it doesn't. So when it's not exactly the way that I would picture it, we get a chance to step back and say, okay, where is this in my life? What is looking like I want it to? What is not? Now we know the physical body, and that's one of the things that we spoke a lot about this month, but it's more than just the physical. Our life is made up of many different things. Last week, we talked about my favorite stool, physical, spiritual, emotional, and being in that place of knowing that if one part of my body, my life is off, that I'm not going to be in balance. I'm not going to feel joy. I'm not going to be in that place of able to create the life or really getting to where I want to be. So if I'm not feeling well, but financially I'm doing great, what good is that? And vice versa. So there are so many different things that we look at, but it's not that we need to work on. It's just an awareness and being in that place of choice. So when we look at our lives, there's many different aspects to it, and a lot more than we could possibly get into here. But there are different parts. There's that health, physical. There's mental and emotional side of things. Our spiritual awareness and practices. And that word is so important because it is the practices that allow us to stay on the beam. At least for me, the more routine, and that word is such a gift that you're getting in that I'm not thinking about what do I need to do today or what can I do to put me in a better place. It's having that routine first thing in the morning where I'm doing my readings, I'm praying with a prayer partner or a group. I actually have a call in the morning that I go on that sets me in a great attitude. We talk about gratitude. We do a reading together and pray together. So, what is your routine that keeps you on being? Are you journaling? Do you use affirmations? We are given so many tools that are for us. But if we don't use them, that's up to us. If you're in a boat and you don't row it, you're not going anywhere. And sometimes that's what life is all about. So just staying in balance is those three things to begin with: physical, emotional, and spiritual, and being in that place. Then you look at the rest of life. How cluttered is your schedule? What is your stress level? Think about that. How anxious are you on any given day that you have so many things to get to? Is your physical space cluttered? Because when our physical space is cluttered, it usually is saying that, maybe the mental space is also cluttered, which causes the stress, which can all come from time clutter. So it's amazing how they all work together. You look at things like self-talk, your thoughts. Now, you may not think this is part of the body, but it's what creates it. Everything it comes together. So when you think of self-talk, what we think about, we create. It's what comes forth. So how are you speaking to yourself? What about self-care? What are your practices? And again, those are practices. It's an everyday thing. Sleep, creative expression, healthy foods and hydration. We get the opportunity to choose. And when it comes to our self-talk, what are the words that you say to yourself? Would you ever say them to people that you love? The voice that's rambling in your mind, does it say you're not enough or good enough? Would you say that to others? Does it say you're amazing, you're a gift, you're doing the best you can, I'm proud of you? That's where we would want to be, or at least that's where I want to be when encouraging others. But do I always do it for myself? I try to be aware of what are the words that I'm saying and staying out of the not enoughness, because we live in a society of bigger, better, faster, more. And I was raised that self-care was selfish. It's not the truth. It's the only way to stay healthy. It's the only way to be in joy and to be able to share that joy lovingly with others. Because if I'm doing for you out of duty and not love, what good is being a martyr? There's so many aspects to the body of our life. See, we are energy, and that energy goes out into the world. When you walk into a room, are you experiencing the positive energy of others? Are you allowing that in? Are you surrounding yourself with positive people? There's so many aspects to it, including those self-care practices, which are, am I making sure that I get enough sleep? Do I like the clothes that I wear? I can't tell you how many people have said to me, well, when I lose weight, then I'm going to go get clothes. If you are not feeling good about yourself, what makes you think you're going to make your body better? What makes you think your life is going to get better? You deserve all the good there is now. It has nothing to do with the money in your pocket. It has nothing to do with the physical, as far as, whether it's whatever weight it may be. It has nothing to do with other people, places, or circumstances. Spirit is the same in you right now as spirit was yesterday, as spirit will be tomorrow. Spirit is in this place. So in this home that you created, do we treat it that way? That's the question. And we live in a society of fast food, and it's many choices. And we know that what's out on the market, of course, we've actually put addictive stuff in there. The sugar, the fat, all that goes with it, our society, what you pick up is, of course, nowhere near as healthy as what we would make for ourselves. So the question is, am I caring for myself? Am I drinking enough water? Am I doing the things that help this engine, this vessel, run? And if I'm not, is it because I don't care enough for it? I don't think I'm worthy of it? Or I don't take the time and I don't want to be bothered? Because all of those things matter. There's a time and a space. There is absolutely a time in life that things come up and we're in a hurry, and that's fine. We do the best we can with choices. And the most important part of all of this is that there's no judgment. Absolutely no judgment for any of this. It's simply witnessing. Am I making the choices that I want to be making? Is it creating the results that I want to be creating? So that we can create an even brighter, even bigger, even more joy-filled life. We'll never be here again as we go up to the mountaintop of spirit. We'll never be in this same space again. So am I paying attention? I love the song Cats in the Cradle. I love the message behind it. I love it and I hate it because it's such a potent thing when you really think about it. When you think about the fact that there's so many people that are doing the best they can to just get through, to put food on the table, to make sure that your kids have everything that they need. Well, what they need most is their parents. And sometimes when you're in the midst of all of that, it's so hard to get to everything. And the point of the song, Cats in the Cradle, is when the child was growing up, the dad wasn't around. He was working, he was always busy, and he couldn't be bothered. And by the time the dad really wanted the child around, the kid couldn't be bothered. We are teaching our children by what we do, not what we say. And it's about living in a place where I am consciously creating my life in every aspect of it. Everything has cause and effect. So it's about being in a mindful space. And it seems like there's a lot to it. I've got to eat right. I have to make sure that I get to bed on time. I have to do all these practices. There's no have to's. We get to do anything we choose. We're given freedom. We get to do anything we choose with this life. Whether you pay taxes or not, it's on you to deal with that. That's up to you. Like literally the only thing that's gonna, eventually we won't be here on this plane. Other than that, everything is optional. So what are we exercising and choosing? And that's what life is about. That's why we come here. That's why we come together, to have that touchstone, to be in the oneness and remember. And, we can get into healthy routines of self-care, of self-study, simply witnessing when we take a breath and just center back into this beautiful vessel that we've been given and honor ourselves with that peaceful moment. We can reevaluate it. We can give ourselves that place to say, oh yeah, This is where I'm at. This is what's important. Rather than being in that race of constantly somewhere else. You know, it's not easy. I'm not saying that it's an easy thing to do because it's not. But life's not meant to be easy in the sense of there's a flow. When we're in the flow, it is easy. But it's not in a sense of you're not going to have challenges. It's how easily you get through them. We will all stumble. The question is, how do we get back up? And what do we do with that? Some people look at a fall like a failure. And oh, it'll never happen, it's over. Some people look at loss and grief that way. And it's not easy. We're not born with manuals that say, you know, when this happens, do this. And there's a lot of people, you know, we have a body, but you are not your body. But we live in a society that tells us that, yes, you are. This suit that you're walking around with is who and what you are. And that is not the truth. We know who we are is divine. What we are is divine. You know, that's who and whose we are. Now, what do I do with that? Do I remember it every day as I'm trying to make my schedule? Do I remember it when I get caught up in who said what, or what's going on in the news, or what's going on in the world? Do I get caught up in the story and distracted from my truth? So when we look at all of these things, and you know, there's different ways to look at it. This is another one that I love. Look at the different parts of life. You know, we're looking at spirituality, health, family, social life with friends, which is in our relationships, love, career, our studies, finance, fun. How's that one? Fun and recreation, personal development, constantly learning and making life new. Our environment. Is it pleasing? Is it keeping us alive and joyful, or is it the same old, same old? You know, do you have the same, you know, everything? Is it the same couch from 30 years ago? Are you wearing the same outfits and sweatshirts that you were wearing 25 years ago? You know, but that doesn't mean that there's something wrong. It's just, where's your variety? Where's your life happening? What's important to you? Some people that doesn't matter, but to others it does. In spirituality, connecting with your inner self and the outer world. And that is what we're here to do above all, is really be in this place of connection. When we remember oneness, we are never alone. We never have to experience loneliness when we know Spirit is right here. And then a day like today comes up and it's Father's Day. There are some people that didn't have anyone in their life that had that place of masculine energy that led and taught, and some never had that. I personally was blessed with two people, which I'm so grateful. My grandfather that I was so close with and grew up in the building with, my dad, and my godfather that was so close to me. And none of them are on this plane anymore. And it hurts to miss them, their physical presence. And if I get stuck there, I'm not honoring them. And I have the right to feel however it is I feel. I have the right to be sad, hurt, upset, cry. And I need to do that sometimes because I need to let myself feel whatever it is I'm feeling and experiencing. But I know they live through me. I know the things that I say, the things that I do, some of the confidence that I have, that's them living and breathing through me. And I know, and I hear them, I feel them, I know they're with me. And I know they're proud of me. And that love, it never dies because we're in one. Love never goes anywhere. Love just is. And it's important to remember that it's not just, just men or women. We have masculine energy within us. We have feminine and masculine energy within us. And I want to just show that a little bit. That I have a slide for that I love. It's finding a balance. See, we are all of these things. We have both the feminine and the masculine within us. We get to choose consciously, or it just happens intuitively. And sometimes it happens the way we want it, such as that positive energy, and the male energy is being active and giving, expansive and outward. We get that opportunity to have that the on the move, to be confident, to have that strength, to have discipline. We get all of those things. Or, we can show up in the masculine wounded side of things, where it's against, and there's fear. How much of our society is looking for dominance? There's aggression. Everything's competitive. We don't have to live in that place. So now we get the opportunity, instead of showing up wounded, we can show up in strength. We get choices. Just like we have the feminine that we balance. There's yin and yang within each one of us. And we get the opportunity to live in that tenderness, that flow, surrender. We can be sensitive. We can be both. We can have a choice of how we live our life. See, many people in our news, you can see, show up wounded. The fear, the anxiety, living unconsciously. Well, if you win, then I can't win, as if it's a game, as if there's only so much good in the world. But we know the oneness. We know that everything about our energy is choice. And when I show up as love, really show up as love, it's amazing how everything else falls into place. It doesn't have to be forced or coerced. It doesn't have to be perfect to be perfect. We get a choice in everything that we do. And I encourage you, when you think of the body, to realize, yes, it's my home. It's my friends. It's everything in my life is my energy. And we have the freedom to choose. Yes, this is working, this isn't. To choose again when we choose to. We get the opportunity to be in a place of expression, so that the rest of my life is the best of my life. Right here, right now, doing the next right thing, showing up as love, gives me that opportunity to play in life, to be that change. So I encourage you to look at life differently if it's not moving in the direction you want it to. Realize that spirit in you is perfect, as you is perfect. And what do you do with that? And if you're not sure, get help. If you're stuck, talk to somebody. You have options, whether it's a practitioner that says, okay, where's this seeming stuckness come from? Or if it is counseling, or if it is, there's life coaches, there's people out here that can help you feel unstuck, because you're never actually stuck. It's just the thoughts we put in our head. We have options. So I encourage you this week to really look at those options. Look at everything that you're creating and realize that, it's about creation in itself. Ken Wilber said, "Your basic awareness and your very identity is without boundaries. Your basic identity spans the entire spectrum of consciousness, from matter to body, to mind, to soul, to spirit. And thus, in the deepest or highest part of you, you embrace the all." So whether it feels like you're embracing it or not, that spiritual part of you knows it and has always known it. If you were drawn to this message, there's a reason for that. So just be here, in and as love, do the next right thing, and know that life is for you. That within this oneness of spirit, life is for you. So I celebrate that, and I want to celebrate that with our affirmation for this week. And I encourage you to say it with me. I am healthy, holy, and happy. Again, I am healthy, holy, and happy. And let that be your experience this week. Know that Spirit, as you, gets to choose. Have fun. Be in that. Honor the best of you. And know that all is well now. So thank you for being here with us. And we're going to move into our place of divine circulation and flow. And the law of circulation states that giving activates receiving. And there's different ways that you can give. We are here because of the kindness and the love and the prosperity of others. And that gives us the opportunity to show up in the world. So thank you for all that give to us in so many ways. And you can use PayPal, and that's actually a scanner. You can go to our website, of course, always has this information, cslboston.org. You can do PayPal, text to give also, and then the number's right there. And once you set it up, you can text it very easily. So we thank you for that, and we're going to do our sacred giving affirmation. And I invite you to say it with me. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. Thank you. And know that the good that you give out in the world always comes back multiplied. So thank you. And we have a couple of announcements. And of course, we are on New Thought Media Network. We are 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you ever missed it earlier, we are always there. Plus, you can go back anytime and look at our past Sundays if you happen to miss a message. And we have a wonderful workshop next week that I'm very excited about. And whether you're virtual or you are present, you can join us. If there's any questions, you're welcome to reach out during the week. But this is the amazing Lisa Medley, and she's going to be talking about sustaining divine connection. And that is what our topic's going to be about, our divine connection next week. So come home to your body. 3 ways to raise your body consciousness and thrive. So it's going to be right after our message on Sunday. The workshop starts at 11:30, and we usually have a little potluck in person. So for anyone that's coming, we would love to have you. If there's any questions, please reach out. And that's Gina at CSL Boston that you can reach me. So just know that we are here and we are in joy. Thank you for being here with us. You get a choice if no one's told you today. You get a choice of how you feel, what you do, how you do it, how you live your life. So let it be fun. Live in a way that celebrates the truth of who and whose you are. And I thank you. I thank you for being here with us this morning. And I wish you the most amazing week. But before we close, we always have our treatment. So let's pray. Just taking a breath and being right here, right now. Knowing that there is only one power, one presence, one love, one life. And knowing that that one, it is the beautiful sun in the sky, the moon, the stars. That one is life itself. The Alpha and the Omega and everything in between. That one is omniscient, omnipresent, and opulent. All there is, was, or ever will be. Right here, right now. For there is nowhere spirit is not. And that includes me. I am that I am presence. I am that love, that joy, that harmony. And as I know it of me, I know it of each one present to the message right now, each one that watches at a later time, each one in the all is that allness of life. Each one is that love, peace, harmony, joy, those unchangeable truths. Each one is that love. And as I know that truth, I know that this is the beginning of the highest and best day of my life, of each one's. That this has brought new awareness and understanding, a greater appreciation for the self. That each one within my voice and beyond is blessed and remembers that divine presence within. Each one knows the best of their life is the rest of their life. Each one is living the joyous journey. Perfect health, abundance, relationships, good of all forms, manifesting in amazing ways. Letting spirit be the doer, simply allowing. I'm knowing the harmony in our country, perfect harmony and love, peace in our world. I claim that right here and right now. I claim that divine as our world leaders are showing up as love. I know the truth that anything is possible, and I expect miracles. I know there is more than enough, and that wealth is shared. So allowing this peace, this love, this joy of full expression for the highest and the best of life right here and right now. I celebrate it. I lift it and I give it to the law to be the doer. I let God be God today. I let go of any seeming fear, doubt, insecurity, and I celebrate the truth of who and whose I am. And in that knowing, I set it free, filled with gratitude and joyful anticipation. I say thank you, thank you, thank you. I let it go, knowing that all is well. I say amen and blessed be. And together we say, and so it is. So thank you. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for watching. Thank you for helping to lift the vibration of life itself. And our final song, I love. The final song is This Is Me. That you know the allness, the joy, the perfection of who and whose you are. And I celebrate that. Have a beautiful week. Happy Father's Day.
I am not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts.
I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say. No one will love you as you are.
But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious.
When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna stand up, not gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Another round of bullets hits my skin. We'll fire away. But today I won't let the shame sink in.
We are bursting through the barricades and reaching for the sun.
We are warriors. Yeah, that's what we become. Won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us. Oh, we're glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, gonna stand firm, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna center it, gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me. This is me. This is me.
Thank you for watching our This Is Me music video. Our goal as the One Voice Children's Choir is to use music to inspire, enrich, uplift, and serve our global community while building youth as one voice. As you can imagine, a production like this video takes